All right, everyone, welcome back. We are taking another deep dive today, and this time we are looking at the costs associated with long-term care here in Georgia.
Buckle up.
Yeah, for sure. This is some important stuff, and we're going to be looking at specifically an excerpt called How Much Does Long-Term Care Cost in Georgia?
Yeah, that's a good one.
It really is, and I think it is something that we all need to be thinking about, as we are planning for the future.
Absolutely. I mean, thinking about the future can feel overwhelming sometimes.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but, we are going to break this down for you and hopefully make it a little bit easier to understand and, help you make some decisions about this stuff.
For sure. And I know when I was first reading through this excerpt, the numbers that they put out there were kind of eye-opening.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good place for us to start.
Okay, let's do it.
So, just to throw some of these numbers out there,
Yeah.
they said that the average annual cost for informal care, and that's care that's provided by like family or friends, right,
Right.
is over $67,000. I know. $67,127 to be exact.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. And that was actually more than home care, which they said was closer to like $60,000. So like $60,784.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So why do you think that informal care is so much more expensive than home care?
Well, it might not seem obvious at first, but when you really think about it, there are a lot of hidden costs associated with informal care.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if a family member is the one providing the care, they might have to, quit their job or reduce their hours.
Oh, yeah, true.
And so then you've got lost income, right?
Absolutely.
And then you also have to think about, potential modifications that you might have to make to your home.
Yeah, to make it more accessible.
Exactly. And then there's also the stress and the strain on the caregiver, which can lead to increased healthcare expenses for them too.
Wow. So it really adds up.
It really does.
And I imagine that assisted living and nursing homes are even pricier.
Yeah, they are.
So
Yeah.
what are we looking at there?
Well, so for assisted living in Georgia, it averages around $49,852 per year.
Okay.
Now, this is going to include things like housing and meals and help with daily activities.
Right.
But if you need more medical care, a nursing home in Georgia could cost you about $94,141 per year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's a big jump.
Yeah, it is a big jump. It's way more than I would have even thought.
It's a good thing to be aware of.
It is, and I think it really highlights, why we need to be planning ahead for this.
Exactly. I mean, knowing the cost is important,
Yeah,
but it's really just one piece of the puzzle, right?
for sure.
You also really need to understand what each type of care actually entails.
Right, what are the differences between them?
Yeah, and who they might be best suited for.
Exactly. So let's maybe dive into that a little bit more.
Okay.
So starting with home care, I guess that would be a good option for someone who wants to stay in their home, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and they want to keep their independence as much as they can. Exactly. And then you've got assisted living, which provides a more structured environment with, help for daily activities.
Okay.
And then, of course, nursing homes are for people who need 24/7 medical care and supervision.
So all very different levels of care.
Yeah.
So, we've talked about these costs, and I know for me personally, just hearing these numbers, I'm a little bit overwhelmed thinking about how do I even start to plan for this?
Yeah, it's definitely something that a lot of people struggle with.
Yeah.
But, luckily there are resources available to help us.
Okay, good.
Have you heard of long-term care insurance?
I have, yeah. I know that's something that can help cover some of these costs.
Right, exactly. It can help you protect your retirement savings.
Which is really important. I mean, we're all working hard to save for retirement, and we don't want to see those savings depleted by these long-term care expenses.
Absolutely. And that's where, working with experts like Georgia Safe Retirement Planners can be really helpful.
Yeah, I was going to say, are they the kind of people who can help us navigate all of this?
Oh, yeah, they specialize in this kind of stuff.
Okay.
They can guide you through all the ins and outs of long-term care insurance and help you choose the right policy for your situation.
That sounds really beneficial.
It is. And they can also help you understand how long-term care insurance works with other resources that you might have.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, what kind of other resources are we talking about here?
Well, it could be things like, maybe you have a health savings account, an HSA,
Right.
or maybe you're thinking about a reverse mortgage or even just strategically adjusting your investment portfolio.
So it's really about creating a whole plan,
Exactly.
not just one individual thing.
a comprehensive plan.
I like it.
Yeah. And what's great about Georgia Safe Retirement Planners is that they really do take a personalized approach to planning.
Okay. That's really important because everyone's situation is different.
Exactly. So they'll sit down with you, they'll evaluate your individual needs, they'll explore different policy options, and they'll just make sure that the coverage that you have really aligns with your financial goals.
And they specifically know about the regulations and the tax benefits related to long-term care insurance here in Georgia,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, that's a big advantage.
Awesome. So it's like they're really the experts in this specific area.
They are.
So if someone is listening to this and they're thinking, okay, this is a lot of information, where do I even begin? What would you recommend as like a first step?
Honestly, the best thing you can do is just reach out to Georgia Safe Retirement Planners and schedule a free consultation with them.
Okay. And during that consultation, what kind of things can someone expect?
Well, they'll take the time to get to know you and your situation.
Yeah.
They'll answer any questions that you have, and they'll help you start putting together a plan that makes sense for you.
And like, does it cost anything to do that initial consultation?
Nope, it's completely free.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great way to get started.
Perfect. So listeners, if you are feeling overwhelmed by all of this, I highly encourage you to reach out to Georgia Safe Retirement Planners.
It's a good first step.
It is. And, it's never too early to start planning for the future.
The earlier, the better.
Exactly. All right. Well, with that, I think we've covered a lot of really important information today.
We have.
So thank you so much for breaking all of this down for us.
Of course, my pleasure.
All right, everyone. And until next time, happy planning.
Bye, everybody.